The search continues for the heir to Thanos' destructive legacy. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 3 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so as the comic opens up, we check on in back with Star Fox. He's getting mad at his brother's hologram, saying that even in death, he still somehow manages to overshadow him and indeed everyone else who was from Titan. Perhaps it is this eternal little brother complex that drives Eros to try and find out who Thanos may have uploaded his mind into so that he could finally undo his sibling once and for all. This scene also probably states that even though Eros is indeed acting like the bad guy right now, he isn't the Thanos Trojan horse, at least not yet. Now hey, speaking of Thanos, from there we check on in with Hela, the goddess of death and the Black Order. They've come all the way to the negative zone to try and confront Annihilus. You see, the big nasty bug guy had gotten Thanos' severed head from the Collector, and now he's letting his brood children kick it around like a soccer ball because he's as cold as he is ugly. Keep in mind, Annihilus did all this after also saying that Thanos was a worthy adversary, so imagine what he does to opponents he doesn't think are worthy of him. Now Hela, still loyal to her man even in death, picks a fight with Annihilus. Indeed, he's incredibly powerful, but the goddess of death, well, has dominion over death. She says she knows exactly how Annihilus will die in the future and even who will do it to him. Which you gotta figure, in a fight to the death like this, knowledge like that is probably going to give you one hell of an edge. In fact, it's practically unfair. Now, as bad as Annihilus has it, it's nothing compared to poor Richard Rider Nova. He's been beaten, bloodied, and chased halfway across the universe by Gladiator, the Kree military, and Star Fox's coalition. They're still thoroughly convinced that Gamora is the inheritor of Thanos' legacy, especially when we stop and consider how crazy she was acting in Infinity Wars. And all of these people are willing to cross a lot of lines and do a lot of bad things if it means stopping Thanos' return, including Wraith, who, as we discover here, only joined up with Star Fox and his crew while looking for information about Null. Yeah, that's right, the god of the symbiotes that Donny Cates created for his Venom run gets name-dropped here. Interesting, I smell a crossover in the future. Nova just narrowly manages to give these guys the slip, not that it's any problem though. Nebula, who's leading the hunt, knows exactly where he's headed next, and that would be to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly though, the Guardians are no help to anyone right now, including themselves. Poor Peter Quill is drinking himself into oblivion, upset about recent events. Then you got the rest of this ragtag crew who have decided that they're gonna go and find Gamora even if it gets them killed. And even if they can't fully trust if she's friend or foe anymore. Star-Lord tries to step in and stop them, but it's made very clear by Groot that Peter isn't in charge anymore. Yeah, that's right everyone, Groot is the captain now, and he's not taking no crap off anybody. Now, being that Star-Lord and Groot were Guardians and thereby closer to Gamora than just about anyone else, they have a pretty good idea where she's going next. Half-World. What could she possibly want there? Well, hunt down Rocket Raccoon, it would seem, as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 3, everybody, and overall I enjoyed this issue. We definitely got to spend a lot more time with all the other major cosmic players who weren't the Guardians this issue, but I'm fine with that. This book is less of a team book and more of a look at the greater Marvel cosmology as a whole. I'm interested in this concept of Peter Quill still being a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy but not actually being the leader. Will he be able to take orders, or will he just butt a lot of heads? The mystery thickens too of who or what exactly Thanos uploaded his mind into. I kept thinking it was Star Fox, but now this issue makes me think different. Gamora would also be too obvious. Maybe it's Rocket, wouldn't that be just nutty? Overall, I think I feel comfortable giving this issue a 7.5 out of 10. Solid stuff.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again. I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not take a look at some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to date on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're in the market for some cheap comic books, might I recommend Book Depository? They're my favorite place to get cheap comic book trades, and if you use my link down in the description, not only will you save a bundle by not having to pay a cent for shipping, but everything you do buy goes to support me in the channel. So you win, I win, everybody wins, right? And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'm going to continue making comic book videos that smack of greatness. Bye-bye.